party.
I like a leaky. I don't know. Did I get it?
Try to push, Mr. Ryan. Push hard.
I am. But I can't tell if it's doing any good. Is anything happening?
Not yet. Keep trying.
What are you trying for?
Eventually, the heavy thigh muscle is supposed to move on its own. Tell me when it happens, will you? I'd sort of like to know if it's going to happen at all.
Oh, what's going to happen, Frank? Just be patient.
That's all for now. Very good. Your sister has volunteered to help. So I'll brief her, and she'll be in later.
Yeah, well, she'll be a real slave driver. Well, thank you anyway for whatever you've done.
Oh, it was great. You're taking such good care of him. Thank you.
It's great that he's making such an effort. See you tomorrow.
Hey. Hey, you're doing fine. And you're going to keep on doing fine. Look, oh, I got some pictures of the baby I thought you might want to see. This is him in the pool.
Hey, that's terrific.
You know, I think he's going to be walking any day now. He stood up, and then he sat down again. But I don't think he's quite figured out how to take that first step yet.
Well, I know how he feels.
Oh, and you're going to be playing football with him in the next year. Now, this is us in the park together. I like my blouse.
Yeah, aren't you getting a lot of new clothes? That suit you're wearing.
Well, let's just say I'm on a self-improvement kick. Neat, huh?
Sure, but...
You know, I saw Jill Culver's the other night in Ryan's, and, you know, she's turned out and together, and if that's what you want, I can do that.
See, you don't have to imitate anyone.
You know, I thought since I'm going to be working at campaign headquarters, I need some clothes for that, too. So I did a little shopping the other afternoon. I got my hair done, and I haven't had a piece of bread since yesterday.
You don't have to do all that. See.
But I want to. Because I have to show to you how I failed you. I don't know. Maybe someday you'll know how much I love you and how much I want to make you mine. I'm going to prove it to you, Frank. You didn't make a mistake when you married me. You really didn't.
This week, 2 couples and 2 exes with threats. His ex is back.
I want to know what she's doing here. I need you, Jake.
And his ex has a surprise.
Ryan and Greenlee just got back together, and I'm pregnant. You're going to tell him, right?
Watch All My Children, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
15 Seconds with Farrah Fab.
If I weren't an actress, it's the same answer I've had since I was 16. I'd be a makeup artist, something artistic, hairstylist. I do my own makeup for the show, so I'm not too good at other people, but I would practice.
Catch Farrah Fab on One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
Every day, 24,000 children die of poverty-related issues. 24,000. Millions more around the world are suffering, waiting. Children like Suta have heard no their whole lives. No food, no water, no school, no medical care. Call the number on your screen or go to childfund.org and sponsor a child through Child Fund.
For the next 100 days, our goal is to get 100 children sponsored every single day. We're calling this project 100 Days of Yes. Together, we can make a difference, one child at a time.
So let's all say yes. Say yes to Tia. Say yes to Booty. Say yes to Bela. Say yes to Roki. And say yes to Suta. For every one child who's been given the gift of sponsorship, many more are waiting for your help. For over 70 years, Child Fund has changed the lives of millions of children in the U.S. and around the world with healthy food, clean water, medical care, and education. All this for less than $1 a day. How will you know your money's being well spent? You'll get letters, updates, and pictures from your child telling you about their progress. Your $1 a day affects a child's life forever. We've only just begun. Please become one of the first to say yes. It's just one moment to say yes. Pick up the phone, sponsor a child, and change their life forever.
Child Fund has helped millions of children, but we still need your help. Say yes and make a difference in the life of a child. Call the number on your screen or go to childfund.org to sponsor a child now.
The next no a child like Suda hears may be his last. Call now before it's too late.
Call 800-392-2932 or go to childfund.org to sponsor a child today.
Come in.
Hey, we're on duty in 5 minutes.
I'm ready.
You look like you're lying there inventing the electric blanket. Only I got news for you.
Oh, I'm actually lying here, being soft in the head.
Yeah?
Yeah. I allowed myself to have the most wonderful daydream.
About Faith?
Yep. We went out to the houseboat, and I proposed to her, and she said yes. When you came in just now, we were right in the middle of the marriage ceremony. Yeah, and you were the best man.
Weddings make me nervous. I'll bet I dropped the ring.
Oh, no, you did just fine. It was nice while it lasted, but I think that's about as close to marrying Faith as I'm ever gonna get.
Just because you like the girl don't mean you gotta marry her.
Now, just because I like the girl doesn't mean she has to like me.
Discouraged?
I'm getting exactly nowhere. We're at a complete standstill. I mean, I lie there at night racking my brains, trying to figure some ways to get her to like me, things to do, places to go. Hey.
You ever thought about, going around with somebody else for a while?
What?
You know, Nancy thought you were pretty cute the other night. And she comes with a AA recommendation from yours truly.
You're the girl who was dancing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can see there's a lot to recommend her. But the trouble is, Pat, I really love Faith. I mean, going around with somebody else just seems pointless. Nope, I gotta find some way to get through to her.
Maybe that's part of the trouble.
Hmm? What is it?
The other day, when we were all out on the houseboat, remember, and you had to go back to the hospital, return the key to the narcotics cabinet?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, well, Faith and I were talking a little bit, and she really does like you, Bucky.
Yeah? What'd you say?
Well, she was saying how much she liked to be around you, that sort of stuff. Only, she's feeling pressured. You know, 'cause you like her so much, you're always wanting to be around her.
Pressured?
Yeah, maybe being on the same service is a disadvantage. You're always together. Every time she turns around, there you are, looking at her cross-eyed and asking her out to dinner.
Well, what am I supposed to do then, huh?
Cool it a little, let her make the next move.
She wouldn't.
She might. Let her chase after you a while.
Oh, yeah, I could always leave a trail of breadcrumbs from neurology to my room.
That might be considered pressure.
Pat, that means I can't do anything. I mean, if I ask her for a cup of coffee, that's pressuring her.
She might ask you.
Oh, look, it'll never work. I mean, I'm not the kind of guy that girls look at once and then they fall in line to have a cup of coffee with.
Faith already likes you, man.
Up to a point. I mean, I'm not talking about getting her into bed with me. Oh, I'm saying that she pulls back from any real emotional involvement. And that if I don't keep plugging away, we're never going to get anywhere.
You don't think you could get somewhere without the plugging away?
No.
You couldn't cool it just for a week or so?
Look, man, I love Faith. and I want to marry her. Look, but the way things are going, I'm not sure she's ever going to want to marry me. But I can't give up trying.
That's not what I meant at all.
Look, you know, I think what I really ought to do is talk to Faith.
You don't see that as putting on pressure?
Look, either she cares enough about me to try and work things out, or she doesn't. I mean, it comes right down to that.
Except, buddy, you don't have to force the issue.
But maybe I do. I mean, we're getting nowhere, man. We're just off in limbo. And it can't stay that way. I mean, it's got to go one way or the other. And I got to know which way Faith is going to move next. Hey, look, come on, it's time to go on duty.
Hey, Bucky, when you find Faith and you're all ready to lay all that on her, don't do it, huh?
You got some good news for me, Bobby, I have to tell you. I'm under a lot of pressure from the committee. They want that seat for the council.
Oh, Frank is going to get it for you, Charlie. You know what you ought to do? You ought to take the committee some of this mail right here. Look at this. I mean, we got cards, we got letters. Charlie, there's 7 novenas being said.
Nobody's questioning the sympathy vote.
Charlie, this isn't sympathy. This is support. Listen to this. Dear Mr. Ryan, please don't worry about being in the hospital and not out shaking hands. Everybody knows who you are because of what you did to save those old buildings by the hospital. God bless you. Huh?
Signed, your mother.
Charlie, Frank is going to win it for
Bobby,
you.
I don't want any more smoke rings. I need a straight answer. You don't have to tell me now. I know I promised you 10 days ago.
Charlie, I invited you over here to tell you. Frank is going to be able to do the job.
How do you know?
Because the muscles in his legs, they're working now. I mean, his therapist is really pleased with his progress. Charlie, he's going to be okay.
Will he be able to walk?
Well, I don't know. Maybe not yet. He can be a councilman in a wheelchair, right? Charlie, how did the committee react to Frank's statement about the Finelli column?
Well, as Lou said, it's too bad the newspapers didn't run it.
Hi, honey.
Hi.
Been over to see Frank?
Well, yeah, I just came back. Why?
Oh, excuse me. Dee, this is Charlie Ferris. Charlie, this is my sister Dee, Frank's wife.
I know, Mrs. Ryan. How are you?
Fine. Thank you, Mr. Ferris.
You know, Charlie was just asking about Frank and how he's coming along.
Oh, he's coming along great.
Is that so?
Well, when I was at the hospital today, the physical therapist was there, and she was exercising his leg, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and he was holding her hand. He was pushing against it, pushing and pushing. I mean, she said he's 1 in 1,000.
Well, how about that, huh, Charlie?
The paralysis is going away?
Sure it is. I mean, he's not able to walk yet, but everybody at the hospital is so pleased.
Look, Charlie, he's got community support. He's going to get better. He's going to do the job. You can't expect any more than that.
The committee's left the decision about Frank up to me. That's known as passing the buck. Are you guys telling me the truth?
Well, why should we lie?
Mr. Ferris, my husband's gonna get well.
Then I'll recommend that we stay with Frank.
Good, good.
It's a little late to be making any change anyway. And it wouldn't look good, would it? Dumping him because he's in the hospital.
Oh, you're all heart, Charlie. Always admired that in you.
You're a good party man, and when I find a winner, I like to stick with him.
No, underneath that, I think you're a very nice guy.
I am. When I can afford to be. If you'll come over to the clubhouse, I'll see if I can dig up some money for you, all right?
Great. Dee, take care of the phones. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, I just came by to volunteer.
Great. You're in charge, kid. I'll see you later.
Well, nice seeing you, Mr. Ferris.
Mrs. Ryan, pleasure's always mine.
Thank you.
You're looking so much better.
Do that again. Press right there.
Here.
I can feel that, Jill.
Oh, Frank, that's wonderful. Well, shouldn't I tell somebody?
It can wait. Just do it again. The physical therapist told me that sensation would come back starting on the left side.
Oh, the feeling will come back. All the feelings, I hope.
Yeah. Some of them have never gone away.
Oh. Well, I think that I shall smile for the rest of the day on that.
I'd like to be able to make you smile. I haven't much else to give you.
Oh, Frank, you've given me my life. Now it's my turn to give to you.
I won't fight you on that. I need all the help I can get. But once I get back on my feet...
I know. You'll pay me back double.
You bet I will.
You just get back on your feet and you can do anything you like. Hey, shall I, stop by and see you later?
You better. Where are you going now?
Oh, well, I told Bob I'd look over some petitions for him, and they're fine, so I'm going to stop by campaign headquarters and drop them off. And while I'm there, I just might volunteer to stuff some envelopes or something.
That's great. If there's anybody in the office, thank them for being there for me, will you?
Oh, sure.
I'm glad you're going to be there.
Makes me feel closer to you. I'm looking forward to it.
What do you do when the person hurting you
You made me feel worthless!
is your own father?
Shoot me, I dare you.
Then,
This is Bodhi's baby. You deserve to know the truth, John.
just when she's ready to confess,
Will you marry me?
watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
Look who's suddenly into brushing. Introducing Pro Health for Me from Crest and Oral-B, a complete line of oral care products specially designed for older kids. It protects the areas their dentists check in flavors and designs they'll like. They'll be brushing. Seriously.
Can we turn the AC up? I'm dying back here.
It's on. Can't you feel it?
Can you feel that?
Oh. Jeff, eat a Snickers, please.
Why?
Every time you get hungry, you turn into a diva. Just eat it so we can all coexist
Turn
in
into
here.
a diva.
Put it in your system, break your pants.
Okay.
Thank you.
Better?
Better. Will you get your knees out of the back of my seat?
You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
I missed you more than you'll ever know.
It's all led up to this moment.
I've never been more sure about anything in my life.
But
I loved her. And when I saw her in Sonny's living room, all that stuff came back.
how will Sonny react to his son's confession? Watch General Hospital, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
What kind of a night did Mr. Zabo have?
Restless, apparently in pain.
Was he given anything?
1 second, all at 3 p.m. a.m.
Morning, ladies.
Hello, doctor.
Hi, are you busy?
Well, not yet. I'm just signing in.
Do you
Neurology,
think you
Miss
could stay with me
Gonzalez?
for a couple of minutes?
An hour later.
Just a moment, please. Just for you, Dr. Coleridge, on 7.
Thanks. This is Dr. Coleridge.
How's my brother this morning?
Better. The therapist is very pleased with him.
No, we're waiting for a hematology consult. I think it may be anemia.
I'm gonna go check on him, okay?
Fine. I'll talk to you later. Oh, sorry.
Pat was telling me about a conversation you had with him on the houseboat. That you're feeling that I'm pressuring you.
Well, I really wish Pat didn't talk to you about that, Bucky.
Yeah, well, it did shake me up when I realized that he understood you better than I do.
It's not really a question of understanding.
Well, I'm certainly doing something wrong here. I mean, do you feel that I'm pressuring you right now?
In a way.
But does that mean that you're going to interpret everything I do as pressure? I mean, because if it doesn't, I won't be able to say hello to you without worrying about pressuring you.
Bucky, when I talk to Pat, I just meant it's very hard to relax sometimes because I feel you're always asking something from me.
All the time?
Well, that's just the way it feels sometimes.
Like right now, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
You know you're taking the one thing away from me that I've always been proud of about myself.
What?
I hang in there.
You're telling me.
The only way I have to make you feel how much I love you and to help you find out if you can love me in return is to keep trying. Now, is that what you want me to do, to give that up?
Dr. Coleridge, Dr. Carter, we have a staff meeting in 45 minutes. That means we're going to have to get going on these morning orders.
Oh, sure, do you have them there, is that it?
Yes, Dr. Moultrie left them for all the interns this morning. Be sure Mr. Richardson's blood test goes straight to the lab.
Thank you, I will.
And a spinal tap on Mrs. Vogt. If you need help with this, Dr. Moultrie said he'll help you with it.
No, I can do it.
Very good. I'm going to look for Dr. Ryan and get him started.
Hey, look, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to talk right here. Now, Faith, this is very important.
Bucky, let's not try and fit it in during the day. Let's just wait until later, all right?
Okay, if that's what you want.
Yeah.
Look, I don't care. I mean, as long as we get to deal with it. I mean, even if it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Because we have to come to some sort of resolution about this.
Okay, let's wait until we're finished, all right?
Next, take a trip to the Upper West Side on Ryan's Hope. Later, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Only on SoapNet. Go to SoapNet.com to sign up for the weekly SoapNet newsletter, the source for all the latest soap news. Enjoy a weekly email with links to photo galleries of your favorite stars, cast comings and goings, storyline sneak peeks, fun quizzes, and the scoop on special events. Sign up now at SoapNet.com.
Tuesday, live on The View. He's a hip-hop superstar, rap mogul, and a proud daddy of 5. P. Diddy's gonna rock The View.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Then on Thursday, ABC News anchor Diane Sawyer weighs in on world events on All New Views on ABC.
There's a place called Hidden Valley where kids not only eat their vegetables, they can't get enough. Hidden Valley Ranch makes vegetables delectable. There's more from Hidden Valley than just ranch flavor. There's Farmhouse Originals with flavors like garden tomato, creamy Parmesan, and hickory bacon. Farmhouse Originals give this valley a whole new flavor.
A wipe is a wipe, unless it's also a scrub. Lysol Complete Clean Dual Action Wipes have 2 sides that go beyond ordinary wipes. You can feel the difference. One side for everyday touch-ups and one to scrub tough messes. All while killing 99.9% of germs. For tips on a healthy home, visit Lysol.com/missionforhealth.
People are talking about General Hospital's Jason Morgan. Nicole Lachelle Alvarez posted on Facebook, "I love Jason." Candace Prophet says, "How I love you. Let me count the ways." Linda Lair Cox says, "Hot, hot, hot. Who doesn't love bad boys?" And Melissa Russell Gray adds, "My absolute favorite character ever. What a sexy man." People are talking about General Hospital. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Santa baby, just slip a present under the tree. For me? Been an awful good girl, Santa baby. So hurry down the chimney tonight. Come and trim my Christmas tree with some decorations bought at Tiffany. I really do believe in you. Let's see if you believe in me. Santa baby, forgot to mention one little thing. A ring. No, I don't mean on the phone. Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry tonight.
Ryan headquarters. Hello? Oh, look. Would you speak a little slower, please? All right. You have 5,000 leaflets for Frank Ryan. Spanish? Oh, I see. For the other side of Broadway. Spanish translator? Look, I don't know about that. Mr. Otero, I don't know how I'm supposed to find a proofreader in the next 2 hours. Oh, my name? Delia Ryan. Frank Ryan's wife. No, not at all. Okay, bye-bye. What are you doing here?
I was wondering the same thing about you.
I'm working on the campaign. I told you I would be.
Well, there are some contracts that Bob asked me to look over. I made a few marginal notes. Otherwise, they're fine.
You creep in everywhere, don't you?
I'd like to see Frank win the election, if that's what you mean.
Tell me something. What does it feel like to steal someone else's husband?
Delia, the problems in your marriage started long before Frank had the slightest interest in me.
Oh, you mean when he was sneaking around with you, it was helping my marriage?
Frank and I never discussed you or your marriage.
Now, I don't understand that. What does that mean? You weren't involved? Now, you were sleeping with my husband. You think that has nothing to do with my marriage?
That's right, it didn't.
Look, I failed Frank plenty of times, and I don't know you or anybody else coming in here and telling me I wasn't the perfect wife.
I never said anything
like... I went to the priest, and I told him all the things I thought I'd done wrong. And I told him how much I love Frank and how I wanted to try to make our marriage last.
Look, Dee, I know this is hard for you to understand, but this doesn't have anything to do with me.
Oh, yes, it does. The priest told me that I should try to root out my jealousy towards you, and I should try to understand my shortcomings so I could see where I failed Frank at first. And he said that I should try to do penance in everyday living, and I should concentrate on loving Frank. You know, it's not working. You know why? Because every time I turn my back, you're at the hospital, you're at the campaign headquarters, or you're parading around Ryan's bar like you're just a close friend of the family.
I am doing what I normally do.
Is that what you normally do? You go around stealing other people's husbands? Couldn't you get a husband of your own?
Look, it was never my intention to hurt you or anybody else.
Oh, the road to hell is just paved with good intentions. I don't want you working on this campaign. You hear that?
I I am working on this campaign because I was asked to work on this campaign.
Well, Frank's just gonna have to find himself another lawyer.
Well, maybe you just better talk to Frank about that, Dee.